and let you guys know if anything cool happens on the cameras outside or if there's any problems. And we'll see you done with the rice into this concoction. I think the rain has slowed down, which is good, but it's pretty cozy. I could say it's probably 70 Fahrenheit here, 20 Celsius. Outside is closer to 9 Celsius, 50-ish Fahrenheit. But I gotta head back to the lounge. I'm gonna dump this rice in right now. It's on the last period of the hockey game and they're tied up right now. So it's a good time to go use the restroom there. Wait for this to finish cooking. That will work just great. I'm not leaving anything in my car. I'm just bringing everything in a little bag with me, but yeah, pretty stealthy in my opinion. I do believe it is not a lively looking evening at the old Pubberoo. All right, I probably shouldn't have watched the hockey game because that was a little depressing for me, but some camping will cheer me up. I love these late spring, early summer, cool evenings in Alberta. It's just nostalgic for me. It's so refreshing smelling, just a big dump of rain. Real cool at night, but I know I'm going to need that air conditioner in the morning. So, yes, we got lights on the subject here. But, you know, looking around it, those cameras don't stand out too much to me, and I probably wouldn't think too much of it if I drove past it. So let's crawl back in. This is looking pretty good. Parking lot looks pretty quiet as well. I'm gonna set these lights up. Just gonna clamp these on because the outside lights come through here. Actually, the parking lot lights, they will light it up, kind of, but I don't think anybody's gonna see it because those lights are shining down on the whole parking lot. So there's nobody above us that's looking down. I think we're gonna be okay to turn on the light too. So obviously these lights are going to be enjoyed sparingly. If I see anybody around on the cameras, I will adjust them accordingly. Like that. It's back to stealth mode, but right now I know that I'm in the clear, and this dinner looks. Yeah, I can switch it to warm now. I really need to eat a bowl of this. I really wish I could eat shellfish, but I got that allergy. It would be so easy to throw some shrimp and stuff like this in the crock pot right at the end of the cooking. Oh, that's hot. It's hot in temperature and in spiciness. Yeah, I was sick for way too long, and I really didn't want to put up a clickbaity video about my health, so I put it up on my social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever else I have that's linked to those things. And yeah, it was like some type of a bronchitis or pneumonia. Normally, if things go on for a long time, I'll get to a doctor. But after 7 to 10 days, they're starting to get better. And I'm like, yay. And then it got worse. And by then, I figured it was just going to get better again, real soon. And then by then, we're a month out. But I'm not here to apologize for being sick, for missing videos. I'm here to look forward to the future because we got a lot of good ones coming up right away. And you'll see what I mean about that. Some very interesting videos that are coming up. And I've had a lot of time to plan for these videos. Sometimes I run out of ideas, but if I've been bedridden for a month plus, then I definitely have jotted down a few ideas, and we are ready to go on those. I hate to say it, but this is like an FBI level stakeout. I'm a fan of Northern Exposure, a show from the 90s. So just hunkering down, watching a few episodes, trying to stay nice and quiet. It's no activity outside so far. And I'm going to throw this leftovers into the car because it's going to be pretty cold tonight.
Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker to keep you fresh all day. Just toss, wash, and wow. Downy Unstoppables with odor blocker for all day freshness. Smell unstoppable.
He's got nothing He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Touchdown, back up in the city at the touchdown. Can't be sliding with me, that's a touchdown. Natives clean deodorant keeps you smelling divine for 72 hours.
The Chevy Colorado at 430 pound-feet of standard torque. And nowhere to be but out there.
This year, don't let dry eyes win. Use Sustain.
I'm going to take the crock pot out of here. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to do the old dreaded stealth test. I am curious with the lights up there, exactly what you can see from outside. The coast looks clear on the cameras. Seems pretty smooth here for the stealth test. It is nice and bright in here, I'll say that. Okay. Or I could use a little grease. Okay. Well, that's obvious as anything. Okay, so just walking around. Yeah, I'm gonna close this back door just to see what things are gonna be like here. Okay, so if you were walking around this thing, probably you wouldn't think too much about what's going on. Looks pretty stealthy to me, other than the satellite dish on top of the car. Yeah, those lights up above really hide any of the light coming up from in there. So yeah, looks like nothing at all. Yeah, overall, I have to admit, this rig is pretty sweet. Just an unconventional design of pallets. Really draws attention away from the fact that anybody would possibly be camping in it. Had a great meal. The meal was palatable. And I'm gonna hunker down because got to get up and start my journeys coming up soon here. Got to get packed up and ready to go because I'm hitting the road again. And there's adventures coming for sure. So yeah, very quiet out there. I see. That's actually this road here. This part goes up to here and there, and that's just that side right there. Gonna keep my keys handy because being in the trailer, if somebody did steal the car, I would not be happy. And if they try to steal my pallets, likewise. So I have a button that I can push for the alarm of the car, and then try to run out the back door before it takes off if somebody's stealing the car. But I don't anticipate that to be a problem in this wonderful little neighborhood here. So I will see you guys in the morning, and hopefully this thing holds up good for the night and there's no drama or issues coming up. But yeah, just want a little more exposure. Blankets have kind of dried off a little, and that's great. This little sunroof gives me all the light I need. It looks like it might leak because there's plastic on top there that's full of water. We'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. That was pretty easy and pretty comfortable. Perfect temperature. Parking lot's not all that busy. Last time I filmed, it was like a madhouse here. There's big trucks parked, sleeping for the night, other people around. So, but pretty smoothly. But time to get up. Okay, let's go. The only downside was my head was sloped a little bit down last night because I do have a drop hinge on the trailer. With the center of gravity so high, every time I went over a bump or up a hill, the trailer kind of lifts up and I lose all my tongue weight, and that's not good at all. So, like, it needs a few more finishing touches, but this is the type of thing, as far as stealth camping for boondocking, that is basically the way of the future, in my opinion. You see all these Sprinter vans and transit vans with no windows on them and solar panels on the top. I know what's going on in there. There's nothing stealthy about it. You know, like what Mav's got in the back of his truck. That's a pretty stealthy one because it looks like just a truck with a canopy. But then you got to crawl in the back, and that's the biggest battle. Like if these pallets were on the back of my pickup truck, you'd never think anything of it. I wouldn't even have to get in from outside. I could crawl right through the window of the back of my truck. But this is the way the project went with what we had, and I think it was a great success. Make sure we're really tight here on this ratchet strap. So yeah, some good adventures coming up, some real good ones, guys, and I'm feeling real good too. It was a real crummy situation getting sick like that for a month-ish, and that's after I was already behind a little bit when I went to the States there for a bit. So but we're looking forward now, looking forward to the future, and more crazy cool contraptions coming up. Thank you all for watching. Please consider subscribing, and yeah, also please consider follow me on social media, because if something is up, like if I'm sick or there is some reason that I'm gone for a little bit or can't get some videos up, I don't want to do a clickbaity video that says about my health and put that up online. That's just going to scare everybody. So I do social media posts for those that follow me. I try to do a YouTube community post. I try to do Facebook, Instagram. I think I have Twitter or an X. It's all linked together, so everything gets automatically posted to all of them. But it's enough rambling for this old guy for right now. So stay tuned, everybody. And thanks for your patience with me. See you later.
Over-the-shoulder trick shots are hard. Saving money on car insurance shouldn't be. $835 average savings for drivers who switch and save.
If you're an IT or security professional, you've likely heard about secure enterprise browsers. And surprised, you may already have one at your fingertips. But first, why is the browser so important? Well, it's the most used app on the PC. And it's more relevant than ever. That's because it's one door to everything these days: the web, work, and AI. So the stakes are high. Keeping browsers up to date is crucial. But now you also need to guard against data leaks and unauthorized AI usage. This is why you need a secure enterprise browser to access work data safely and regulate AI use. The challenge is balancing the need to tighten security, boost productivity, and keep costs low. Plus, there's a wrinkle: no budget for browsers. Hi, I'm Arvind Chandra. I'm on the Edge for Business team, and our mission is to make the best browser for business that meets your goals of security, productivity, and low cost. Edge for Business is the secure enterprise browser optimized for AI for any device, anywhere. It offers the perfect blend of protection and productivity because it integrates with Microsoft 365 and your other security investments. And it's a seamless experience for admins and for your workforce. That's everyone from full-time employees to contractors to employees from new acquisitions. What's more, there's no extra cost because you extend the value of your existing Microsoft investments into Edge for Business. Let's dive into each of these three advantages. Enterprise-grade security is your top priority. It is for us too. We have over 30,000 security professionals globally dedicated to protecting users and data. And we are recognized as a leader in security, compliance, identity, and endpoint management. We bring this breadth and depth of the enterprise-grade security into the browser. Edge for Business is integrated with Entra, Purview, Defender for Endpoint, and Intune. A simple sign-in with Entra ID unlocks this advanced security. And if you use other security tools, we also support you through our connector framework. The second advantage, Edge for Business is seamless. You love that there's no deployment required or rollout headaches because it's inbox in Windows. The management is intuitive with familiar Microsoft tools, so your team can hit the ground running. We all know that best security is the security that people actually use. From employees to contractors, you don't have to fight for adoption. People know and trust Edge as the browser for Microsoft. Since users don't have to learn a new tool, they're productive from the start. And they love the built-in Microsoft 365 features, such as Work Search and Copilot Chat. And the best part? When you invest in Microsoft security, you already have an enterprise browser. There's no need to pay twice or fill out procurement forms. Plus, if you have an existing support contract with Microsoft, you can tap into that as well. Now let's see Edge for Business in action. Here's Jillian to take you through the technology in depth.
Thanks, Aranesh. We designed enterprise security controls to meet your needs along 5 important dimensions: strong authentication to meet zero trust principles, data security to protect your company's sensitive information, controls for AI to accelerate productivity and keep your organization protected, comprehensive alerts and reporting to
Can the V6-powered Nissan Frontier catch 600 pounds of cargo on the fly?
It's gotta be bedtime soon for somebody. Okay, that's on warm now. Looks pretty cooked. And that's only, it's drawn 10 watts. That's not much. Definitely people still out there, but I'm gonna grab the tripod and head out to the lake, see if I can get some sunset pictures or videos. And when I come back, everybody should be gone. This food should be still warm and good to go. And hopefully these microscopic bugs that are all over the place are gone as well. So take a quick peek and then I'll slide right out the window. Oh, there could be a much more graceful way to do that, but I am glad I have the hatch that I do, because with all those people there, I wouldn't be able to get in and out of a back hatch. So, oh yeah, that sun is looking pretty smoked out. Okay, that is very, very smoky. There aren't any wildfires for sure. That sun, I think, is just going to set behind that smoke, but I'm going to keep my eye peeled. Sometimes when it's really smoky, it does light up the whole horizon, a real beautiful orangey red. Colorblind, so I'm guessing. Sitting here, looking junky, but unsuspicious. And the last of the people are taking their boats off of the lake, and it's calming down quite a bit around here. There's a couple of cars left. Oh, it smells like broccoli in here. Through the gap here in the front, there's somebody's balcony. They're just sitting right up there. I think they're having a cigarette. But I might move to a different spot, because that's right in view. I have to say, crawling through this little window is getting a little bit old. It's time to find out how this turned out. Smells pretty good. It's warm. It's cooked properly. Just enough for a little old meat. Okay, I'm gonna kill this light and just eat in the dark. See you guys in a sec. That's the last one. I think that's leaving parked right beside me. And rolling around. This town got real quiet real fast, and that's just what I like to see. But small towns and villages and places, they always have these online community groups, and they always post that there's something suspicious. And usually that means somebody they don't recognize, vehicle they don't recognize, junky vehicle parked in the road in the middle of the night, covered in tarps. branches hanging out, somebody coming and going. So still trying to keep it low key. I got not much for light in here. The camera's pretty good in low light. I just got the light on the fan, and it's covered up with that blanket there. So, I'll have a root beer in a bit, but I will run out to the washroom for one last time tonight. Very smoky and very quiet. Just a quick run to the porta potty, and we get hunkered in for the night. For a stealth test on this thing, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my cell phone inside, because that's pretty bright. Brighter than any light I'm going to have going in there. And we'll just take a peek. Okay, that's not bad. I gotta be like right here, looking through these leaves to see the light over there. So I feel comfortable enough to run a small light. Perfect. A&W root beer. One of my favorite types of root beer. A good sugar bug should help you get to sleep. But I actually do have a melatonin pill to take, and hopefully I don't snore too loud, because this is not soundproof. I can hear every little car, every person. It's fun though. Just hunkered down on this little thing. Nobody has any clue. And when I build these things, they gotta look realistic. They don't have to be pretty, but they have to be ugly. It has to really look like somebody just put a tarp over some branches. And I've thought about doing some construction material, except people might want to take some metal, like if there's pieces of steel or whatever that I had. And same deal with firewood. I couldn't make it look like firewood, but hollow in the middle, because firewood is like currency. People are going to want that. So this was a good fit, and got rid of, well, I'm going to take this yard waste back. But it was a good use for it, because we did have to trim up some trails to get around. My biggest fear in a situation like this is the vehicle getting broken into or stolen while I'm sleeping in the back. And there's a window there that I can't really close. And I don't know if anybody breaks in, if they got weapons or anything like that. So probably I'd scoot out these branches over here, those branches over there. Keep my phone with me, and you'll grab the camera and call for a ride. I'm gonna cozy up here in a moment. It's been a fun little outing. I've got laptop here, and I might put on a movie or something on ultra low volume. Alright. So the sun is going to be rising in 7 hours or so, and I'm not going to be sleeping in, because you don't do that when you're stealth camping. If you're doing it properly, it's going to be getting hot here when the sun starts shining in. It's going to be people walking back and forth in front of that window, going into the store, parking beside me, and all that stuff. So I'll have to weasel out the weasel of shame through the window. Hopefully nobody sees me crawling on the back of here. And I was going to cover this with a garbage bag, but I had a staple gun, and I really just didn't want to make the noise and come up with another thing that's in the way. This way I can kind of see out there if there's anything happening. If somebody does try to get the door open or something, I can kind of see what's going on and make my decisions from there. But it's really quiet, so I do hear every car from quite a distance. There's one there, so I'm gonna sign out, enjoy a little bit of root beer, and then curl up in bed in a sec here. Okay, just tucking in for bed. Pretty quiet night. Hope it stays that way. Got my camera handy if anything cool happens at night. but looks like it's smooth sailing. And there will be people walking around up there in no time. See you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is a very early morning because the mosquitoes are out. It was a good sleep. It was short. I was on edge because every vehicle that pulled up or drove by, I just had myself convinced somebody was going to try and steal this truck. It's not a nice truck, but it would be fun for a joyride. And it's probably not too tricky to steal. So I'm going to get up. It's also a combination morning bathroom break time. So I'm going to hit that porta potty and begin the day. It's extremely smoky out. I just looked on my phone. It's an air quality advisory of like 9 or something. So that's just about as bad as it gets. I can really smell the smoke in here, so I probably shouldn't be just breathing it all in through these open air holes everywhere. Well, morning time. I was concerned that all this condensation was on the inside of the windows and that would give me away, but it's all on the outside because it cooled down pretty drastically last night. It's that time of year. This is not fog. This is not overcast. This is smoke. The sun's going to come up probably 5 minutes. I'm going to catch it rising over there, and you'll see it's just this big ball of red coming up. And yay for these portable toilets. All right, that's what the sun's doing right now. There is actually a bit of fog this morning as well, but it is real smoky. So I'm trying to figure out what the next move is and how to get away from all of this smoke. So thank you everybody for watching. I thought I'd try this out. I wanted to do this one for a while, and here we are, on a back road after leaving a small town, with this monstrosity on the back of